with security. And yes, we're joined on the program by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Benue State, Mr. Kula. Joins us live from Makurdi, the Benue State capital, virtually. Welcome to the Morning Brief, Mr. Kula.
Good morning.
Well, the situation in Benue almost mirrors what's playing out in Plateau State. We've asked time and again what exactly is going on, but there's since been an update. Yesterday, the death toll seems to increase in that sense. So speak to us, what exactly happened, and do we have an update regarding the death toll?
Yes, just like you have said, the death toll has risen to 72 from the initial 59 that we told you about. This is because some people, in the wake of the shootings, some people were shot and were later discovered when the search was conducted. And then some were badly injured from the bullet shots, and they went to the hospitals, and 2 of them were confirmed dead on their sick bed in the hospital. That is the situation. But to answer you again, what is happening in Benue State is rather unfortunate, because this is a situation where some people have decided to organize themselves, plan a criminal attack on the state, and from what we have seen now is that they're coming with the intent to land grab, because as they come in, they kill people, they maim, they scare people away, and then they seek to occupy the lands left by the natives. This is what is happening. And these people are coming not because they are here, that are perpetrating this terrorist act. They are coming from outside the state, outside the neighboring states. They are coming in from states that are neighboring Benue State, and even the international boundary we are sharing with the Cameroon from the Conde Axis. What we have seen in Benue, as people make mistakes and say, call it clash, the headers farmers clash. I don't think there's any clash here. In a situation where you are not fighting anybody, you go to work, you sit in your home, somebody invade your house, kill you without you provoking him, they sack your home, they go to the farms, destroy farms, kill those who are at the farm. You can't call that as a clash. You can clash with somebody when there's an argument and then the two warring party groups are fighting. But where you sit in your home, somebody invade there, unprovoked, kill you and go away, that's a terrorist act. Or at best you can say invasion of Benue communities. And so I think these are the first things we need to correct when reporting this issue. As long as we keep saying it's a clash, people begin to misunderstand what is happening in Benue State. And the gravity that is happening now is unprecedented, because when it happened at Ukum, the recent development we're talking about, Ukum and Logo, these people came in from the Taraba Axis. And from what we have gathered, there were very many. They came on motorbikes, one bike carrying 2 or 3 of them, and they came with AK-47 rifles, and then decided to visit mayhem on the people, on the peace-loving people of Benue State, who some were on their farms, some were in their markets, and some were in some worship centers. Remember, it wasn't on a Sunday, but this is a Christian-dominated state, and that whole week, the whole of that week is dedicated for Easter activities in churches. And so people were gathered in churches, gathered in worship centers, in their groups. People were in their farms when this thing happened. That is why you can see the death toll getting up to that level.
Well, I'm curious, and we cannot ask this question enough about who these people really are. You've mentioned where they may be coming from, outside the state, from areas neighboring, Cameroon, from Taraba. But who are these people who are perpetrating these attacks and causing mayhem? Not just in Benue, but perhaps we should talk about Benue, since this time our focus is on Benue.
Well, to be candid with you, this is not the first time these attacks are happening in the state. These attacks happened in the past, and some people were arrested for perpetrating this. But this time around, we're yet to arrest any. The security agencies are yet to arrest anybody because the style of attack is more of a brutal style. People come in, attack you, kill you, and then vanish into thin air. And so the security agencies are yet to arrest anybody for us to identify. However,
but pardon me, Mr. Kula. Mr. Kula, last week...
They make contacts with people who survive it, hear the language they are speaking. And they tell us, they tell security agencies that these are Fulanis. They are Fulani haters.
Mr. Kula.
They are attacking the people. This is coming from those who are survivors of these attacks.
Mr. Kula.
And so that is, yes.
Last week, the governor gave us an update saying that 2 persons have been arrested, but he would rather not provide additional information as to the investigation and what is coming out. So 2 persons were arrested last week. Is there no indications as to who these people are from that arrest and who is sponsoring them?
No, that is exactly what I said. Because if people are arrested and details are not made, to me, I wouldn't want to say much about it, because until the security agencies who arrested these people come out to speak about their identity, it is not within my powers to begin to say this is the person, that is the person. And of course, they have been arrested, they are kept with the security agencies, and until they make a public statement about it, or until they bring the records to the governor, that is when at the level of government we're going to talk about. But I told you that there are survivors in this attack, and the survivors are able to give us information about who the suspect these people are. As they come, they speak a language. As they come, you look at them, and you know this is the word they are carrying here and there. And I can conveniently tell you that these are haters. These are haters that have constituted themselves into a gang or maybe a terrorist group to cause this mayhem in Benue State.
Mr. Kula, I'm happy you've mentioned that, because it's difficult to agree or accept. The issue we're dealing with is an age-long problem. It didn't start even during the time of Governor Aliyah. It's predated him. So as a government, what is the position of government as to the identity of the people? I'm asking that because if it's an age-long problem, I can't imagine suffering attack for 10 years, 15 years, or whatever number of years this is. And until now, I'm still speculating. That is not acceptable. That is like playing with the lives of people. So as a government, what is your position on who is doing this? Because it's not about this incident. It may still happen again, and we'll go around this cycle again. They are saying it's headers, they're saying it's full, and it doesn't look like we're serious people.
No, see, I made it very clear here. I told you that people were arrested in the past, and their identities were made known. People were arrested in the past, and their identities.
Oh dear. We hope we can reconnect with Mr. Kula. Is the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Hyacinth Aliyah of Benue State, giving us update as to what has played out in Okum and Logo, local government areas. 72 people so far have been killed, have been confirmed dead rather, from the attack that happened a few days ago. And that attack preceded a day, some of the attacks that had happened just a few days before that, which had happened in about 48 hours, where let's say about 11 plus people were killed. But this time is even worse than before. About
72 people now confirmed dead. Let's see whether Mr. Kula, if you can hear us now. All right. So, guys, what I wanted to find out from him, because, you know, these are human lives at the end of the day we're discussing here. I always say these are mothers, these are fathers, these are children. You can categorize them in whatever category you want to put them at the end of the day. But every day trying to find out who is doing this, something that is age-long, I don't think is acceptable by any standard. I understand, Mr. Kula. Mr. Kula, if you can land on your thoughts as we begin to wind down, please.
Yes, I told you that this thing happened in the past and people were arrested. The identity of the people who were arrested is not in the dark. And they told us at that time it was Fulani headers who were perpetrating this act. Today, too, I told you that there are survivors of this untoward incidents. And the identity they have given to us is that there are Fulani headers who are coming in to attack them. But this is from the survivors of this incident. And then by the time the security agencies whom were able to arrest at least 2 people for now come out to give us information exactly of who these people are, or rather to confirm the fear or the suspicion of the survivors, then we'll be able to categorically state who these people are. And for now, I tell you that the survivor has told us that these are Fulani headers. They are not just headers, they are Fulani headers. They are not indigenous of Benue, but are coming in from outside the state to cause terrorist act here and land grab. And sometimes when they are well repaired by the security agencies, they go back to where they come from.
You know, it's sometimes mind-boggling when you hear the different narratives that trail the attacks. I've since heard different things, really, and I think the question is simple for everyone. Who is responsible? 3 arrests have been made, at least, as at the last count. What more do we know about these arrests? Perhaps you might want to give us an update on the one hand. On the other hand is this narrative. I saw recently, I think someone in your party, the APC, saying that, well, some of these attacks are to undermine President Bola Tinubu's administration, both the attacks in Plateau and Benue, the killings, I should say. I wonder if you share that sentiment, really, to undermine President Bola Tinubu's administration, and are you expecting his visit now that he is back in the country?
Yes, first of all, let me say something here. The crisis has come. The attack has come. The terrorist act has been committed on Benue. And so it doesn't matter, politically motivated, sponsored by politicians or not. It is an unfortunate development that needed to be arrested. Whether these terrorists are sponsored to undermine any authority, including that of the Mr. President, it is, yes, it may be very, very important. But the most important for the people of Benue State here, and the most important for the governor of Benue State, is that Benue should be protected. On his own, he has done everything possible, legitimately possible, to protect the people of Benue. That is why, since this crisis started, he has been in constant touch with the National Security Advisor and the Chief of Defense Staff. Chief of Defense Staff sent some persons here, a team here that came comprising of some retired generals and the serving generals to come here and investigate and interact with people to know the real situation on ground. But like the governor said earlier, yesterday he spoke to the media and said it is obvious that the national presence, the national security presence that is here has been well overstretched. Now, so we need more people on ground. Already, from his efforts, civil protection guards were launched, civil protection guard was launched here. 100 car trucks were given to them, 600 motorbikes were given to them, communication gadgets were given to them as well. And this is to complement the efforts of the conventional security agencies that are on ground fighting this. However, these people, the security agencies, are being overstretched. And you and I know that there's a limit to which these civil protection guards can bear arms to be able to go directly and confront these marauders and arrest some of them. And so the governor has thought. And then today, again, because of his efforts, the National Security Advisor is expected into the state any moment from 10 a.m., where he will interact with people. And then By the time we go back, we will probably brief the president.
All right.
And the governor too, we get to the president, and then we'll seek solutions.
Well, we're following the situation to see what comes out of the arrests that have been made, and we hope that you give us the updates as well as the security operatives as they come in. We'll be speaking with the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Aliyah of Benue State, Mr. Teshukula. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. Thank you.